Welcome to today's edition of Updates with Precious. Now, inside updates, now we give you the cocoa of the matter. Or they yarn you as they hot for inside the country. Now, they could update you regularly every day as they share for inside Nigeria. My name is Precious Inyi. Welcome to Update with me, Precious. And today I carry my #1 radio listener. When begin really listening to me from the first time he hear my voice for the particular station where he catch me. I don't know as he used to kidnap me for that station. Come become my regular guest for inside the show. Then he come become my friend somehow, but we fight every time. Just like we fit fight for inside the show today now. Mr. Darlington. Mr. Darlington, now actually a barrister of the law. He be lawyer, and in fact, Mr. Darlington na everything. And himself na person with advocate of things we get to do with people. Mr. Darlington, thank you. Welcome. As you follow me sit and talk this morning. I've been this afternoon.
Yeah, so Precious, I greet you. I greet you.
I greet you too. I like as you always keep your voice like better person at the beginning.
I'm a better person. I've been a better person until I met you.
So, Mr. Darlington, we could go straight to the matter because we don't get plenty of time. So, Bloomberg Africa come out with this report with the title, Nigerian President Bola Tinubu has appointed Atiku Bagudu, who the US has accused of helping former dictator loot the country of billions of dollars in the 90s as his budget minister. And this one just happened a day or so after the Oga Presido inaugurates in ministers them. This matter tie rapper where if I even get to break them down, they even tag the matter. They say, wow, the US targeted his assets onto say na stolen money. Nigeria made him budget minister. Person where US they targeting assets, Nigeria can make him budget minister. They can't say Atiku Bagudu they in talks with DSDOG over forfeiture complaint that time, and all these ones that happen in the past. So, Mr. President, I say Mr. President. Oh, Mr. Darlington, I know say you know this matter well. I like make you tell us first of all as it take be, because a lot of people they accuse or waiting make Bloomberg raise this matter and say, I mean, Oga Bagudu na person with them don't tie say na person will be they help Abacha loot money come up for Nigeria back in the days. Now waiting make we call this particular session history class. You understand? So, they possible say maybe Oga Bagudu, maybe all those accusations na lie. Now wait to make Oga Tinubu don't decide to work with them. Why it didn't say Bloomberg bring out this kind of report at this time?
Precious.
Sir?
You know how they tell you say Nigerian press. Ona no they do too well.
How?
To put our leaders on their toes. Now, foreign newspaper now they tell us what thing they happen for Nigeria. The thing where Bloomberg talk, we know this thing many years ago. But most time when we want to talk for a station, we not go allow us talk. This thing is not news now. They say best of the same feather flock together. Have you know here?
How?
Yeah.
No, say Oga Darlington. You didn't forget say Oga Tinubu and Atiku just like and then Abacha then they like say they been there a loggerheads because Oga Tinubu being the person who follow fight for democracy.
Leave that one. That is what I'm telling you. Leave that. Those ones now small screen.
How?
I am telling you now small screen.
Oh yeah, give us the history. Make
good. Precious.
Sir.
When Tinubu told you he was fighting for Nadeko, he was not actually fighting for Nadeko. Tinubu was a double agent. Most Nadeko people died because he betrayed them.
No way.
It's on record. But none of you will come out with this story. Listen.
When you say it's on record, explain.
Yeah, because people knew.
Okay.
But yeah, some people knew, like what the Bloomberg is telling us now. Hold on. Was it not this same Nadeko that told Abiola? When Abacha wanted to give him, he want to give him conditional bail. It was Nadeko, led by Tinubu. Don't accept it. Don't accept it. How can a son be a slave in his father's house? That was how they deceived Abiola until he died under Abacha's detention.
You feel saying that deceiving, no be saying maybe just
listen very well. Listen very well. At least this one is well known to everybody. Do not put a panel. We know what in what's it called? CSO Tabacha.
Al-Mustafa.
The flags wey dem use give Abiola tea, na him tell us say the flag get two false bottom. That one thing there for the other one. The other one, so when you change it, another thing will come out. Almost as na him talk am, no be me o. So when Abiola no gree accept anything, they don try everything to get him down. They couldn't. They now invited one woman called Condoleezza Rice, wey dey for US. We was the Secretary of State. National Secretary.
Condoleezza Rice was US Secretary of State.
Good that time. A black woman.
Yes.
And they know say Abiola don dey hide the woman since. Abiola don
because she been dey popular that time.
Good. Abiola don dey hide am. So they believe say if they bring the lady, if you come smile for Abiola, Abiola go open up. Then they bring the woman come, and now the woman na him serve that tea. Now the woman na him serve Abiola that tea. Na him serve am. That was why they brought her.
Mr. Darlington, how you take note this particular?
I said, now are you telling? Al-Mustafa, have you not listened to put a panel? Hold on.
Okay. No.
Are you the only woman?
I just want to make sure.
So
the talking day based on facts.
The people that died who were there when now. The American ambassador to Nigeria was present that time. This woman was present. Then 2 other Nigerians. Go and find out who they are. They were present when this tea was served. Meanwhile, Abiola family, they just visit her. And then they come out, go back to airport to go back to Lagos. Now they call them on. They say, come. Something don't happen. Their breadwinner where they just talk with them, discuss to. Al-Mustafa was guarding Abiola 25 hours in a day, not even 24. He kept somebody to be guarding Abiola. They protected Abiola. Ask me, why should they not tell that guy who was guarding Abiola to go and get something? It was when they left that this thing happened. Somebody was supposed to be monitoring Abiola, keeping watch over him 25 hours. This guy was sent on an errand. And that was when this thing happened. If not, he would have even tested the tea before Abiola took it.
And maybe na him for die this day, so Abiola.
I am telling you.
Goodness.
So you can see that it was and the American ambassador was present when this thing happened.
That is Condoleezza Rice.
No. That one came from US. Okay. I think Prince Will or something. I've forgotten his name.
Oh, the ambassador of the Nigerian ambassador.
Yes.
Okay.
In Nigeria, he was present. That was how the deed was done. Ask me. All the noise that Nadeko people made. I'm going to somewhere with this story.
Because I wonder how the thing is affecting
good. All the noise, all the story, all the threats. That if Abiola died, Nigeria will burn, heaven will fall. Precious, when Abiola died, what happened to the Nadeko people and these people from the southwest? Did you hear any noise? All of them started going through Nadeko routes to leave Nigeria. And Abiola became a victim of circumstance. Not even nothing.
So how this one now get to do with this book?
I am coming. Remember, it was Abacha that detained Abiola. I mean, yes, it was Abacha that detained. All the same people who were behind Abiola, immediately Abiola was knocked off. They went to Abacha.
But now IBB nullified that election, no?
Sorry?
No, be IBB nullified.
I said it was under Abacha that Abiola died. IBB nullified the election and then handed over to Shoneko. Abacha shoved Shoneko aside. After Justice Adesanya ruled that the government was illegal, that was how Abacha came in. And then
the reason I ask now so that people go understand what
I am yes.
Now they remember Abiola death. They remember Abiola election June 12, 1993. They go remember say, oh, see person will be in day for power at that time with the election.
Exactly. Happened. Now, Abacha told Abiola, leave this your demand to be president. The election was inconclusive. collect bail, go for your treatment, go abroad. Precious, some people from the southwest here, they insisted that Abiola should not accept it. Al-Mustafa said if he should bring record of all the people that came to Abacha telling him not to release Abiola, that the southwest will burn. Who are the people? Precious, who are the people doing this?
They insinuate saying your own brothers in betrayal.
I said Al-Mustafa said it. Why do you think go put a panel stopped abruptly? The man was trying to reveal something. Immediately they arrested Al-Mustafa. What did they do? They went to his house and collected two Ghana must go video. That was when cassette was raining.
You know, saying a pidgin English you speak. You don't carry us go back to English.
Now that time, cassette, all this tape.
Rain, okay.
Al-Mustafa said 2 Ghana must go tape full in house. That if we should reveal what happened there, that the southwest, he said the southwest. Because he said most of the people, they came from the southwest. So say maybe they no release their brother. Maybe they no release Abiola. That was why when he died, nothing happened. Are they not the one dancing on his grave? Ask yourself, when Abdulsalam handed over, who did he hand over? Was it not a Southwesterner? Throughout his 8 years, did he remember Abiola? Then what was Nadeko people doing? All the people who were championing Nadeko, who were championing Abiola, what happened to them throughout those years? You mean the 8 years of Obasanjo? Oh, 8 years of Obasanjo, 8 years of Buhari. What happened? What happened? They were playing double agents. And you know the ringleader. Fayemi knew about it. That was why he wanted to quarrel with their so-called leader. Remember there was a time Fayemi had a thief with Tinubu. They later reconciled. Because when they were doing Radio Kudirat in London, it was Fayemi that was in house. And within the period, few of them knew exactly what was going on between Tinubu and Asorok. Why do you think that up till now, with all that has happened, with all the baggages Tinubu is carrying, nobody has been able to even prosecute him or put him where he's supposed to be? With all he has done, which everybody is aware. What did he do? Are you telling me? What did he do? I mean, really? The person will just hustle like normal everybody now. Yes, you know how he hustle. Yes, we know how he hustle. He's a managing director of Alpha Beta. Just last year, he carried the two files, telling the whole world all they have committed and handed it over to EFCC. He went to EFCC and handed over the file. It was when his life was threatened that he ran abroad. He handed over the file. He went on with his 2 legs. He went to EFCC and handed over. He said, "This is what we have been doing." No. So is that not enough? So now, so you did insinuate. Okay, go ahead. Are you now surprised? Listen very well, because this thing is very important. They say you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. The only mistake, I keep saying it. If only the Nigerian press had been saying things as it is concerning Tinubu, he wouldn't have gotten this far. But the Nigerian press packaged Tinubu and made him look like a saint. And that is why he got this far. I ask myself, if people like Tai Solani, Gani Fahimi, Pade Sonia, Bola Ige, and even Abiola, if they were alive today, all these charlatans that are parading themselves as leaders in the Southwest, will they be there? Why do you think they were eliminated? Look at how all of them died. Bola Ige, Funshaw Williams, and the you know the rest. Now, you know any of these things get anything to do with Alfred Rwani death? Good. Did they die natural death? Alpha Rwani, he was supposed to be, you know, he's an elderly person. He did not agree with what was going on. There are information he had which they didn't want him to release. They had to take him out. So whatever Bloomberg is telling you now is what is known. They are not. I'll challenge anybody. I challenge even Tinubu to challenge them. Yes, now I'm sure his media men would have told him this is what is going on. No? and he brush it aside. That
Because
as long as they are saying it over there, it does not matter. Nigerians, he is in charge of Nigeria. Nobody will say anything about it. That was what exactly was going on. Ask yourself, what happened to Nadeko? How come all the fight, all the things when Nadeko fight all that time, it was only one man that benefited from it?
and who be that man?
Is it not Tinubu? Tell me. And people who don't know what was going on, I tell you, he fought for Nadeko, he fought for democracy. Look at a man who fought for democracy. Look at what he's doing. Under his watch, people are being detained without trial. Under his watch. A man that fought for democracy, oh. Lagos, Nigerians, you are seeing it now. That's why it is said that you cannot hide your character for too long. Very soon it will expose. Appointing Bagudu. What does it tell you? They were working together. Pressure, they were working together. Do you think that Bloomberg don't know what they are saying? They work together. Best of the same feather. They flock together. There's no other explanation. Forget it. They were working together. Unknown to people who thought that Nadeko were fighting for them. It is a pure lie. When Bode George told you that Tinubu was begging Abacha to be his deputy, do you think he was lying? I was expecting Tinubu to challenge Bode George. Because
I see that publication.
I said I was
around 2019.
Hold on. I was expecting Tinubu to challenge Bode George.
Say Oga Tinubu been asked to be deputy under military regime.
Yes.
So
he was scheming for it.
Because but then people come the one that say how person where they fight for democracy under military go also they fight to stay for get access to the government.
They knew that if Abiola were to be alive and become president, their plan would not work.
Okay, so this won't get anything to do with within some kind of rumors with people they talk. Say during that Nadako period, for inside Nadako UK, say some of them find out say it did some people will be they communicate directly with Aso Rock. So if you say this one day in line with the same
ask yourself how, because this is a henchman. This Bagudu is the henchman of Abacha. Are you telling me that Tinubu is not aware of what this guy did with Abacha? Please answer me. Oh. Are you they tell me now say Tinubu no know about Bagudu and what he did with Abacha for him to appoint him? Look, pressure is connecting. It's connecting. You can see now. You cannot hide your character for too long. Nigerians should be asking Tinubu, you mean this character with all he did with Abacha? You say like on what basis? That means somewhere in the mafia world they are connected.
Okay, so Mr. Darlington, now we don't raise this issue, we understand within the implication of this one will mean to the image, to Nigerians generally. Because if you look at the way the Bloomberg is writing the story, apart from talking about say person where be say we they help former military ruler Abacha loot money for the states, for the country, come out to other countries, then make the present president make minister. Wey dey in charge of budget. You understand? Then they also come talk say the US been dey target the man asset onto saying a stolen asset, but Nigerian government come make a budget minister. They see the irony. You understand? Yes. They talk a lot. So what's in this kind of reveal suppose mean for us?
It tells you that we are in trouble. It's as simple as that. Precious, we are in trouble. Unfortunately, sycophants and gullible Nigeria, they don't even know what is happening. They are not aware. We are in trouble. I've always told you in our regular program that a snake will always be long. There is no time a snake will be short. It can never happen. A snake will always be long. How can you have somebody? You cannot say something you can hold on to, something you can say, yeah, this is.
Mr. Darlington, we know if you just see this one, say maybe because of somebody like Bagudu, whether we like him or not, you go get your own influence for not, and maybe because he support him during the election. And say a lot of people don't they talk say for some people who support the president, he makes sure say he carry them along for your administration onto some appointments and all that. So look, I'm like saying I just
the
electoral support.
No. Bagudu, what influence?
I just did talk.
No, I don't think so. The last time I checked,
but say election period, a lot of Northerners support.
I said
even though say
the last time I checked, Bagudu is not a strong force in the north. In fact, because of what he did with Abacha, he is seen as an outcast. I'm telling you, which role? Who knows him in the north? I mean, all the Northern Elders Forum, have you heard his name? So which road? I said it is because they are connected somewhere outside Nigeria.
How do you mean outside Nigeria?
Yeah, because you can see it now. Somebody who is lending money for Abacha, that is well known to the whole world. Eh?
So wait a minute. If it dey clear, say I know, say Buhari, former president, bin come and talk, say Abacha no loot. You know, say he talk am. At least here and when he talk am, say Abacha no loot. You understand? So if it dey clear now, all of us know, say we dey see return of money then we Abacha bin collect. And if this man truly, by this report, then they tied to the lootings, you understand? Nigerians need a probe, and Nigerian government not supposed to get right to say, okay, come give us account on what happened when you be there. Anything will happen to military, don't end for military. Democracy now will go face only. I want to understand how it's supposed to be. Because you know, in our history and present terms now they talk about. So.
Exactly. Now listen very well. Listen and listen good. Since I think since 1979, Nigerian governments have been run by mafias.
Mr. Darlington,
Nigerian government have been run by mafia.
What you mean by
can
mafia?
only belong. You can only come up if you belong to them. That is why they will do everything to make sure that you are there.
Oh wow!
I'm telling you.
No, a serious accusation.
No, it's not. You can see it. You can't see what is playing out. So, the moment you are one of their own, you cannot be probed. You can do whatever.
What do you mean by one of their own?
If you're a member of the mafia.
Which kind of mafia?
Do you think the Kaduna mafia, the Langtan mafia, do you think they are dead? No, they are still alive. Oh. They are still alive and kicking, oh, in a different form. That is why people like Aerofire can talk whatever. Oh, you think they will not find something for him? They don't want the heat to cool down. Make the heat to cool down. Aerofire will bounce back. I'm telling you. Look at all the things where in talk in Kaduna. Look at all the things that will happen in Kaduna. Did anybody even call him one day to say, Mr. Man, what thing that happen?
Would they wait whether they go call him?
They wait. Are you serious? When they want to appoint him as minister.
But in the release songs every day for us now.
Don't worry yourself. They don't told the position has it been replaced? That will tell you that they say, look, let this heat cool down, make it cool down small. The day they will smuggle him in, you won't even know. You won't know. You will just hear him operating from somewhere.
But he don't talk by himself. Now people hear and talk, saying he don't tell Oga President before saying
leave that thing. How many of them?
Saying Oga President won't make him work for
leave that thing. How many of them don't swear? Not be wicked swear say he no go become this and that.
Say he no go fit join cancer.
Don't be.
Go deal with malaria.
I say make you leave that thing. They can deceive Nigerians, not me. The target is for them to create kingdom in different states. You know, principalities and powers. They want to make sure they don't mind. Why do you think they are propping up with Wike in River State? They want him to be the kingmaker there. So that whenever they want things to be done, they will go to him and give him all the power, all the support to make sure things are done. Look around you now. They want to do it with Hope Uzodinma in Imo State. But we resisted him.
But that's why election again.
That's why he running to Abuja. We resisted him. You don't understand what is going on. I said they are creating a mafia kingdom for themselves so that they will entrench themselves in power in the next 200 years. When one of them
no go live. They no go dey alive reach 200 years.
Go down. When one person leaves, the other person will replace them. When you have a group now, it is from the young you get the old. Can't you get it? In the occult world of secret society, they make sure they groom young ones who will take over from them. There is a very notorious do I call it now? No, is it a secret society or a mafia group? In fact, there are two of them combined. Where? They call them Ndagata.
For where?
They operate from Europe.
Okay.
Ndagata. They have their tentacle all over the world.
So what thing they get to do with Nigeria?
I said they have their tentacle. They can penetrate any government anywhere. If you remember and you want something to be done for you in their country, they have a way of doing it. Precious. They will come to you and tell you what they want. They will tell you, say, this is what you want. This is what you either agree or you disappear. It's as simple as that. You either agree with them or you disappear.
Mr. Darlington,
this thing, I said, go and Google it in Ndagata. Go and Google it. All you need to be powerful, go belong to them. That's all. They will. Last year, Italian government was pursuing them, and after all the noise, what happened? They regroup. Because they're all over. In government, in education, in shipping, in currency.
So back to the matter. What would they talk about? The matter. So you feel, say, the support again, I go back to election, I go trace them, I go try connect this to election. So you feel, say, the reason we make Oga Presido, you know, so a lot of times you see and they talk during election, I mean during the run, before the election, when they talk, say he must win this election or him will win this election.
You don't understand.
So you feel, say, that because of the support of, you know, some people won't get around them, and you know, say they go deliver for them.
I told you, I said it here, I said it in your program. I said, any child wey im papa send to go and rob in a neighbor house, e no dey fear. If you wan go, you go in broad daylight and you no go hide your face. You will kick the door open because power dey behind him. I told you there was something that was giving Tinubu confidence in spite of everything. In spite of everything that will even make him not to contest at all. He shouldn't even contest. But this man was so bold. Remember, after the election, he traveled for France. His media aide say, he go rest after the election hustles and all that. And I was asking, should not only him do the election? Other candidates, should they not travel around the country? They say he go rest. Did you know who he was meeting and who he was talking to? He came back 3 days after. He went back again and spent 2 weeks. What was it?
So he not get the right to travel. What did that one get to do with anything? What would they talk about?
The question is, what did you travel to go and do?
What will he not go and do? Does he not have the right? Is he not a free citizen?
Who were you meeting?
Is he not a free citizen? What would he not go
do? The way it is, he has been elected as a Nigerian president.
Okay.
He is no longer a private citizen.
At that time,
we should know where you are going and who you are talking to and who you are meeting. An American president cannot be off American radar for 1 minute. One minute. An American president don't know where he is. It's not possible. An American president, it no fit happen for America where they don't know where their president is for 1 minute. It's not possible. But here, your people will disappear. For months. The media aid just tell us, he went to go and rest. Where did he go and rest? Nobody know.
But they say France now. Not be
but let me tell you,
from there to UK.
American president, you know why they created Camp David? That is the place that American president go for holidays. Camp David. It was okay for American president to go for. They can't go outside the American soil to go on holiday where? Go where? Have you ever heard of such a thing? It is only in Nigeria that infamy occurs and nobody will question it. Nobody will question it. A whole Bagudu becoming your budget. What is he going to budget? Precious. What is he going to budget? You don't know. I don't want to bore you with how the mafia operates. I'm telling you. If you know how they operate, you will know that they even value their member more than their parents. In the mafia kingdom, they value their members more than their parents, their own parents who gave back to them. Why do you think that up to today nobody know the parent of somebody? Nobody.
But
whether they are alive or they are dead.
But you don't talk on several times. No? I will say we hear say about
why?
She will be here.
Where?
We hear say Madam Mogajina and mother that time now. So and I own up to that one too. So and nobody don't come contest.
Are you serious? When he went to Chatham House, she be tell you say him be Tinubu in DNA there for him body. Abi? Precious.
Sir?
Please, If you are adopted by a family, does it mean that your DNA is inside them? If they do test, can your blood be the blood of that family member?
No, you don't get to be.
Good. Hold on. Since when Tinubu don dey do all the thing when they do for Lagos and everywhere, mention any Tinubu family member where they behind him, where follow him. Just one person. Oya talk now. Oya talk. Abi they know the last 3 months, the matriarch of that family, the woman did 80th birthday. It was all over the news. They did all the celebration. I no hear Tinubu Bola made the name. I no hear am. Nobody mentioned his name in that family. So when all this is, my question is, what is the Nigerian press doing that everybody just get quiet and these people have lied themselves to the top? That is my question. That is what worries me. How can we make progress with lie, with fraud, with corruption, with deceit? Is it possible? Please, is it possible? With what we have now, are you expecting anything good? That is my worry.
We are. At least Wike don't start. You don't make arrest of person where get they in charge of building we collapse for Abuja. You don't even talk. Say him don't come. Say him go give them high BP.
Okay,
Abuja.
These are the things.
So he's working. He's hitting the ground running. So if somebody like Atiku Bagudu now, where they make the Minister of Economic Planning and Budget also take up and make sure say
those ones are subordinates. The man you elected, what are his own actions? The actions he has taken so far, how did it impact?
He hits the ground running now.
No. How did his actions impact on your own life?
He has hit the ground running.
Running to where? All the decisions he took, has he not reversed them? Please answer me.
Not be all the decisions.
Which other one impacted it positively in the life of Nigerians as of today? The so-called palliative, I am telling you, it no last for 3 days in the house of most of the people who collect the palliative.
Well, not everybody don't collect it. I mean, today Osun State they talk say they never get the 5 billion naira palliative. The people will collect them. Past 3 days they finish everything. So the only worry which some people get about the palliative, now if truly these governors go use this palliative, sorry, say we don't deviate for the conversation. If truly some of these governors use this money for palliative, what they say they go use buy rice, if it affect the price of rice for market, because right now people where they not say they buy a bag of rice over 70,000 now. Some they buy 75,000, some they buy 78,000, some they buy 70,000.
Under whose watch is this one happening?
But you know, some people they look and like Sina because of so we get to shut down our border with Niger because of waiting they happen. People they look and say free trade no day again with Niger and waiting they cost.
That is not the issue. What's the population of Niger? Niger is not a very good business center. For you to say yes, they have a good market. So another good thing they say we don't also, say we borrow money from Afrexim Bank to make sure we use and cushion the to maintain to stable the naira. So and naira be answers, but even though say the thing they do strong, get like say you get coconut head. So they hope say the naira go stabilize and things go get better. So moving forward on this discussion, Mr. Darlington, I would like us to take step by step after now, maybe the next edition, to visit a bit of history on things we don't transpire for inside Nigeria in terms of leadership, maybe even before the military eras properly, and where we fit pick up our waiting we fit do to make sure say we move ahead the quagmire, if I go fit talk and who would dey inside now. Now, do you see Precious, please, before the histories are there. There are textbooks.
They know they teach them again too much. So now wait to make we get this show. People go rather want watch them.
Now, I want to ask you a question. Do you know that if the issue of June 12th was resolved, Nigeria would not be where it is today? Are you aware? If that June 12th, that matter was resolved, Nigeria will not be where it is today.
So if you're saying one of the stumbling blocks,
we would have gone far
for our development.
Every time we want to get it right, something will happen. Go and check. Every time we want to get it right, somebody will come and put spanner in the works. Under Jonathan, we are moving somewhere until they use propaganda. You don't know what this Western world are doing. Precious, let me ask you. Have you asked yourself why the US don't want to release the Tinubu's certificate? It is not the court that is forcing them. The court never even come out openly, but just the talk say good, if Atiku meets the criteria. Because listen very well. There are two cities in America where the mafias are so prominent. The Miami mafia and the Chicago mafia. They are very prominent. If you are connected to those people, there is nothing they will not do to protect you. That's if you are among them.
You see the reply with the court sent to them.
Yes,
you
now.
Read them, Abi. What do you make of the reply?
Yeah, exactly. That will tell you that they are neither here nor there.
It be like say too much balance because they talk say for two of the subpoenas, one in the acts of documents we get to do with in school credentials. That is the certificates we didn't give them. Then two in the acts of information concerning how intake been worked there for the school and all that. So they look and say truly at the end of the day, it ain't likely because one thing when the court been do for inside that people and I say they admit say Oga President true go the Chicago State University. They even mention President Bola Tinubu, current president of Nigeria, who graduated from Chicago State University. So if they don't already mention them for that court document, paper where court release say person will graduate from the court school. Not be say they don't finish case with that one. So.
Okay, fine. Did they resolve the issue of the female gender on that certificate? Did they resolve it?
The school not tell you female gender. Now maybe
that was one of the reasons why Atiku was insisting on that certificate because they wrote female on that certificate. Is that not
and
true?
they wrote Bola Ahmed.
Somebody's name. Is that not true? No, tell me if I'm lying. At least Atiku brought it out. Why didn't the court resolve that issue?
But they hopefully they will get to that level.
They are telling you now that until the tribunal case now makes it compulsory that they need that certificate to decide the case.
They want to know whether it will get any importance for the case that they go on.
So if it does not, then there is no need. You can see now. And you are telling me that the court is doing this for nothing. An American society that is so open that they cannot hide any evil. Look at what they are doing. That will tell you the level of connection these people have.
But maybe not just the truth. Why will not see maybe they just they talk the truth.
No, but you can. What is the truth here now? What is the truth? Something that is very clear. If it is the truth, will Tinubu be fighting to stop the request? No, tell me. If it is the truth, will Tinubu go the fight? He say make them not give a Atiku. Do you know what has gone behind closed door before they can come up with this thing now? Did you see how long it took for them to even come and say what they are saying? So that will tell you that even the Western world, they don't want you to make progress. They want the worst of us to be in charge so that they can be using them against us. Why do you think Nigeria have not moved forward since 1960? With all the things we have here. They don't want leaders who will do the right thing here for us. They don't want it. That was why China and India pardon their own canoe.
India self don't go space now. They don't
yes.
Go be the fourth country. We don't
yes, now we don't go there.
Yesterday.
Yes.
The fourth country. For developing, for a nation where just newly developed.
We were among them as third world though. Just yesterday. So what does that tell you? Precious, please, with the leadership we have today.
And with the population.
With the leadership we have today, please, Precious, tell me, are we moving forward? Can we even move forward? I said it just 3 days ago. Well, JB Morgan is telling you that your foreign reserve is just down by $3 billion. 3. So all these people who are saying that Tinubu will perform, just give him time. Just give him time. Is it not money that you used to work? Where is the money coming from?
But Pastor Kumu, you don't talk and say God will use Tinubu develop the country.
So he said he told us that Buhari is the Messiah. Remember, he told us. All the pastors, they told us. Even what's the Mbalaka? What do they call it? Mbaka. All of them didn't tell us that Buhari is the Messiah. What happened 8 years after? No, you are still listening to them, Abi. No, you are still listening to them. Mention any of their prediction that worked. Mention one prediction these pastors have predicted that worked. No, tell me. So we are past that stage. In the Western world, the pastors don't predict for them. They do the working. That's why they are where they are. The day Nigeria will get a good leader, oh my God, you will see what is development. It will be like somebody who have been stifled, whose growth has been stifled. All of a sudden, you give him opportunity, he will just blossom.
All right.
And that is what the Western world don't want. They made that mistake with China. And that was why China knew that the West are not happy with it. They don't want it to. That was why they closed their doors. They closed their doors and was walking inside, carrying their young men. Oh yeah, you go there. You go there. Oh yeah, start developing things. By the time China opened their door after 25 years, look at China today. Precious, you know they are ashamed. Say a man will get 10 children. They take care of those children. They feed them. They send them to school. Then you will get 2. The same man will still come and borrow you money to take care of your 2 children. China is 1.4 billion in population. You will get 200 million. Look at, you are living on handout. Please tell me, how do you reconcile that? Look at all the things where God give us. Meanwhile, the mafia leaders we have are conniving with the Western world to siphon all these things abroad. And they are so happy. Look at. So, when are you going to move forward with this type of... I say we don't have leader. Forget about all this noise. Who are telling you, what will he do? With the people he has appointed now, what will Tinubu do? Look at what they are doing.
But even people talk and say, even somebody like Pastor Kumuyi talk and say, with the ministers when you don't set up, say God will use the ministers and work to improve Nigeria. Say all of them are, round pegging, round hole.
Are you serious? Who said that one?
He follow for the things where we don't hear. So
he don't
they
talk
both say, but I mean, look at the quality of people. If we say you don't hear.
Which people? This Masawa will be youth copper, that the minister for arts. A lady who is a youth copper, you appointed her as a minister.
Mr. Darlington. So you are about the one we get to do with finance. We be saying him, na person we kajad where. How about the one we get to do with tech? The one we get to do with tech. We be saying a person they even tweet bad about governance before for Nigeria, but they still bring them in to develop the country. So we hope say things go better now.
Precious.
Sir?
All these people are going to work with money. If the money is not there, what would they do? You are not getting it. Your treasury is empty. All these things you are talking about, they will do. What do we do without money?
But we get the capacity to borrow. The money will borrow from Exim Bank. Now all you go use pay back. You still get oil never dry. You go use oil collect them. Ogadile Alakinana, now Minister of Solid Minerals. So by the time now not can say all our solid minerals now will work for the benefit of Nigerian Nigerians. Maybe we go begin look at ways of harnessing the solid minerals, other minerals generally, so that we fit from there gather money.
Do you know that for you to even start talking of development, you go first of all pay the money where you owe people? Sure, you know that one.
Would they credit what you're gathering? Let me begin end this one now. We could begin that time.
Okay, now let me summarize this. What Bloomberg said is the tip of the iceberg. Because I believe that one day the true story of Tinubu will be told.
How?
Either now or in the future. I'm telling you, his true story will be told. And I'm sure Abiola will be turning in his grave now. Because you'll be seeing clearly now what happened. I wrote an article that Abiola died in vain. My editor, after reading it, said, no, this one is too harsh. Why should I say that Abiola died in vain? I will give you that. I still have the manuscript. He didn't publish it. A former article has been published. He did not publish that one. I said Abiola died in vain. After looking around, now all the things where Abiola died for, what did he die for now? What? Do you have a democracy now? No, tell me. The Nadeko that we are fighting for, what is the impact?
But everybody they talk say even the worst democracy better pass the best military.
It's a lie. That was a theory they told you to convince you that yes, so military is not good. And that was what they told you. All the achievements you have Nigeria have recorded so far, is it not under military? Since you have civilians came into office, what have they been doing? Is it not looting and looting and looting? At least under military, the looting is reduced. Maybe it is the head of state. But here, everybody is looting. If everybody begin to buy 300 million naira worth of SUV like a weekend, all the
he don't talk say no buy am.
Okay, he no buy am.
Don't talk. You don't talk that one.
He talk am. Yes, he talk am. Ababio will still tell you say he no buy anymore. He go tell you to he no buy.
Mr. Pabio on the budget now.
So if all of them begin buy car like what that amount, how much will be left? Because they have already set a precedent. They are competing whose car will be more expensive than the other.
Mr. Darlington, but now waiting on the constitution allow them to do from the constitution.
No, it's a
so
lie.
nothing what they do already outside the constitution.
It's a lie. No,
maybe till they revisit the constitution and cut out some expenses. Then we will fit get a way forward.
The constitution did not allow some of this profligacy. It is a lie. Go and check. Constitution.
Then why will they sue them? Say that they infringe on the constitution. If the constitution not allow, why constitution also they against? So when the constitution not they against, but not allow, then people go make a choice.
Do you know how many cases the setup have gone to court with? Some they will win, some they will lose. The one they won, was any action taken?
Mr. Darlington, we'll end this conversation.
No, was any action taken?
We no one fight today. So today we agree.
The thing why they tell you, go and mark it. Precious.
Sir.
You know we are talking of Nigeria, abi?
Yes, sir.
Go and mark it. Remember the day we were in our regular program where some military men wrote letter and all that, telling us that Nigeria may collapse under Tinubu. You remember? My only advice, make Tinubu be careful. You see all this thing where you think say, I don't talk a monkey clever. Now when 3 days together, when the chiefs are down, you will discover that as you think can not be so ebio. You know there are things you say it cannot happen, but it has happened. Tinubu should be very careful. Yeah, you will think that after all, I have done this, I have done that. What is It may get to a point where people will say, no, we know this one. Look at all the.
But we cannot be everywhere. Make also the people when you don't employ also do the best thing what they do. So that
they employ the right people.
Why you not going to employ the right people?
Like we can.
Without we can do you. Now my governor be that. Let's see do you.
With all the thing where we can.
With all the better work we do for River State.
With better work. With better work. I have told you that if somebody who is a good manager of resources were to have 1/4 of the resources we can have in River State, he will turn River State to London.
All right, Mr. Darlington, thank you.
All this power where you get, not be the money where you take they spread all over the place. Is there any other thing? No, tell me. This thing where they bulldoze himself all over, not be money where they spread like he go call Lagos, he go dash money, he go there. He didn't he finance APC election? Did you not? Whose money is that? Is it not River State people money? So you can see now. When you go and build